Hello, I'm John Foxon from John West. I'm having Divinity Original Sin Adventure. This is Trump Die. I killed him. He has got an ochre ring, which is good for summoning. He's got the band of Brachus, which is cursed. Cold to the touch, this ornate ring once belonged to Brachus Rex. Within the band is inscribed the name Cassandra, the soul-forged twin he turned into an undead lich to prolong his power. Indistinct, malevolent whispers issue from the stone. It is apparently a bad idea to put that on.
As you pick up the ring, you feel a cold, dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches.
Ah.
You don't hear, but feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
Yeah, so probably a bad idea to put that ring on my finger. Trump Doy's hatchet. Hmm. 11, 12 physical. Nine, 10 physical. Okay. An identified belt, crossbow, a bunch of money, worm trimmer, and a full small fonder room. Okay. Eleven, 12, 9, 10. Cool. Summoning. Don't really need that, so I'll give her summoning instead. You need the armor. Probably should ignore that. So, between episodes, I kind of wish I didn't do this, but I did. I looked up Bless. Why did I pick up? Because I was reading about Trump Doy, and this somebody said about a cursed item, which is that ring, and then said about Bless. So I looked up Bless, and it's because I need Bless to get me in that other place, and I think it's here. And I really wish I didn't look that up right before I picked it up.
That's plenty.
Gratiana's soldier. Trump Doy soldier. Supernova. What's this? Purging wand.
Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
Gold. Sybil shares what? An unidentified dagger. Unidentified gloves. What was that, Sybil? Ooh. Okay, another gold pile. Small frost room.
You made it all this way.
I agree that you did, but no thanks to him.
I'm sorry.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
Ask what he did to earn such punishment.
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Agreed to help him and break his soul jar? Because why not?
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
Right, I get a reward. Jill boots. I'm going to go for whichever one's gives me the most money. Choose this finesse helmet. I also get a champion's helmet, so I'll look at that in a second. So yeah. No, I'll keep that. I like the enchantress. Silly looking helmet. Do you not have a helmet on? It's a dumb looking helmet, but it's a helmet. Okay, what else did I pick up? Bunch of unidentified stuff. Right, do I have sound? Yeah, I do. It's empty. Gold piled on. Mikhail Zoldak. I guess that's everything. So, Heart of the Tyrant. It is not cursed as far as I could tell.
Nice.
Okay. Artifacts of the Tyrant. Deal with Gratiana's soul jar. Okay, that's cursed. Searching aura burns from the heart of the Tyrant. It may be too hot to handle. Holding tracks of the Tyrant gives an odd crippling sensation. The soul jars might be valuable, yes. Let's not be a bastard. We do have the purging wand. So Quick, Rask, and Tamsin. Los shares law. Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
Who's this? Rask. But can't I reach it?
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice.
Lay your hand on the surface of the jar.
You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you.
Kind of wish I did that with the first one.
The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
I can absorb the soul inside. What? Honest. Hang on. Let's... New save.
Something inside you strains. You are replete. You cannot absorb more source.
Cool, that just replenishes your source. I shan't do that.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
I'd forgive this soul. Punishment must fit the crime. This doesn't.
The memories of a necromancer. What could be more vile?
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
One must wonder how many more lives they took. How much more misery the scum caused.
Okay, are these all going to say the same thing?
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Right. I'm gonna... I didn't look at all of them, did I? So I'll skip through all the dialogue that I've read already, but... We're probably going to get new items, which is a bit of a shame. But I will rush. We have to decide Gratiana's fate. Once the game's loaded. So... somebody's getting that ring.
As you pick up the ring, you don't...
Okay, so somebody is... He's getting that. He gets that. Somebody gets the Band of not the Band of Brachus. She gets the summoning ring. She gets the ochre ring. Cool, that's one down. Yeah, the worry is that different things will come from all these piles.
That's plenty. Look at that wand. It hums with inner source.
Gloves. Backlash. What we got? Okay, so yeah. We're going to lose out on certain things. Having to do it all twice.
Good find.
Save again.
You made it all this way.
He trembles.
I'm cursed. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. I don't rightly know. His favor was intoxicating.
Okay, so I don't get to...
It's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Right, so if I use him, I can actually still look at it.
The jar before you glows with a blue light. Its appearance flickers and changes. It is at once a brightly colored motley and then a deep grey. You hear roaring laughter and shouts, then the hush of silence. You think you can hear quiet, choking sobs from within.
There we go.
With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a beautiful palace court. It's filled with cheers, but you can almost taste the fear in the room. You see a jester prance in the court. He casts illusions, playing to his master's cruelty by picking on the weakest in the room. He lives for the laughter and applause. The scene spins, a new face, a new fool to make his master laugh. Don't worry, he's told, you'll always have your place. The door closes, and you see the illusionist in the dark of this dungeon. He's alone, surrounded by gold and deathly silence. Your hand falls from the jar, your skin prickling and cold after the vision. To die down here would be terrible. To live down here for eternity, you shudder at the thought.
Break his soldier.
Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your...
Thank you.
Okay, so I've changed the items I've got. Ooh, look at that. That's a staff. Staff. Magic hat. Oh, hang on. It's 1621. I can't tell. That's got to be worthwhile. Yeah, the stuff. And a spear, which I probably won't use. $16 to $20. Cool.
Out of the frying pan and into...
Okay, they'll probably talk to me again once I'll do it in the order I did before.
The soul jar stands. You see your vision. The scene twists. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar. The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
The memories of a
Anyone who
One must
The jar stands before you, cold and still. A human spirit slips from the ruins of the jar. Decked in necromancer robes, she turns to you, bows, and starts to fade away to nothing.
My eternal thanks, young one. Oh, timely death.
The jar on the plinth before you, the pictograms spin to life as you roll. He promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by... You try to fight. He promised he'd take... Your hand drops away from the soul jar. Your skin...
Later.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved.
No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons.
What he did shames his people.
You hate lizards. I'm gonna save them all,
The pictograms on the jar stand fixed and still. You see a shape emerge from the ruins of the broken jar. A lizard in the finest necromancer robes. It grudgingly nods at you as it starts to fade from the mortal realm.
Farewell to flesh. Farewell to bone. Farewell.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. The vision fades.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Keeping the dead as slaves. What a disgusting display. She deserved every punishment she got.
Yeah, but not from... The other reason I'd like to get that go is they're being punished by Brachus, and Brachus is a massive penis, so he doesn't deserve satisfaction.
Being locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves.
The jar seems quieter now. The jar shatters like glass.
Beautiful. Thank you. My death waits.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana. As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be? The terrible vision fades.
No one is beyond forgiveness.
While she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
Oh, you weren't so quick to... Why did she get forgiven and none of the others?
Whatever a person may have done in life, they can always be redeemed.
However her life began, it ended well. No one should be damned because of their youth.
The jar sits still. It seems inert.
Nice.
Right. We done here. is. Ah. Big circle, isn't it? Why did I never notice it was a big circle? You know what? So, I thought I was going to get Bless here. And I haven't, so... Where'd I get Bless from? Now that I know Bless is literally a thing. You know what? I'm going to double check. It appears I missed it. I'm not sure how. This is like a statue. I'll see if I can go back in. Oh, it's right there. Also, what I read, when I look at Bless, it tells me about the burning pigs. Like, it shows the quests. It doesn't tell me how it's used, but I have to assume I use Bless to heal the pigs. So, yeah, I can't unknow that. The other thing was...
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism.
There's something strange about the statue. Look it over with great care.
As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here.
Cool. Thankfully, it didn't tell me about this.
What is this place?
Seeing spirits. The higher powers temporarily granted you the ability to see spirits. To learn to channel more source, you'll maybe one day be able to use this powerful ability within the mortal realm. Cool. Yeah, well, the other thing is, it's sort of implied that I probably shouldn't have destroyed those jars just yet, and I should have taken them with me. But, you know what, I'm not going to undo that, because that's a decision I already made. And I think sometimes I should just take the bad option. Zolstrissa. I am going to save my game. I forget he can heal.
Amid the soundless air of this alien world, a phantom-like figure awaits you. She too is a lizard, as you can tell, but there are telltale details in her features that conjure memories of incense and mantras. The onyx eyes, three-layered crown, and feathered shoulders. You recognize her from the statues that stand tall in desert sands. She is the goddess Zolstrissa, greatest of the seven.
Red Prince, welcome be. May your words command the rivers. May your hands direct the winds. Fire of sun and rock of earth. May they serve you like faithful slaves. Red Prince, it is an honor.
To your surprise, the goddess sinks to her knees and bows before you in reverence.
I can tell I'm thirsty. I can bid her stand. The prayer is hers, not yours. Chanted often. Curtsy. Say the honor is yours.
Modesty? It doesn't quite become you.
Oh, I should have taken the wine, shouldn't I?
She rises and considers you with deep-set admiration, like one would a work of art.
Red Prince, God-child, truest ruby of all realms. Tell me, do you know why you are red?
Say that you are the spouse of the sun. Say it proudly.
Yes. The tale of your birth and the love born to you by the sun will always remain a part of your mythology. But I think there is another reason for your brightness. You are red, Red Prince, because all of you is heart. You are carnage, and you are concord. The Lord of War and Lord of Wisdom. You are lust, and you are love. You are passion personified.
Well, I thought I might be, but it's nice to have it confirmed.
That is why I saved you from the all-consuming sea. Why I soothed your lungs with my breath and placed you gently on the nearest shore. Red Prince, you are greater than all others, for you are the sum of all others. You are the Father, the life shaper made manifest in a man. I would see that man a god.
Confirmed you see that as well. If divinity can be yours, then by all means, you'll take it.
And take it you must, for I am a goddess no longer, robbed of my powers by the usurping divine. We, the Seven, are gathered here in these horrid halls of echoes, dead spirits vying for rebirth. But none of us will be the one of our children instead, a god-woken like you. I have chosen you. You are to be my champion.
Tell her you are ready. It seems strange to you. Why one? Why not 7, just like they were?
Those days are over. Only one can don his head with stars and wield the sources of infinity. A great battle is being waged. It is the twilight of the 7 and the day to dawn of the 1. The powers of all divinity must unite, and they must unite in you, the paragon of lizards. Our kind must rule this world, and none other. None of the primordial slime that made it onto 2 legs by nature's oversight. Take up the mantle, Red Prince, and all will be well. All will be well.
As she speaks these last 4 words, the outline of the goddess shimmers, shakes, then transfigures into an all too familiar shape. She stands before you in the guise of her, the woman you've been dreaming of for as long as you can remember. She is unparalleled beauty, and her skin's as red as yours. Yes, here she stands, your deepest secret, your deepest desire. She whom you've longed for since your soul slipped into consciousness, and you lock eyes with her.
Look at her, savor the moment, and let your heart reach for her.
Just look at you, Red Prince, standing there in all your silent eloquence. I could drop a stone into the well of your heart, and it would take the span of a sun's life for the little traveler to hit bottom. Such is the depth of your devotion. It is a good thing for the Life Shaper to possess such affection, for she too, your secret love, has her part to play in downfall and divinity.
Okay, so she just looks like Red Prince.
Now of divinity, let me give you a taste.
She steps close, puts her hand on your chest, and leans in.
Kiss me, my prince, for I am her. Kiss me, for I am your one true love.
I won't lie, this is all incredibly sketchy, but I'm going to do it because I think that's the more interesting option. Except, kiss her tenderly.
The kiss is long and sweet as rosewater.
Yes.
As it endures, you can feel a whole new power invade and expand your spirit.
So, the bless, when I looked it up, I was really curious why, but it just says when you do this, you get bless. It doesn't give me any details, which I'm actually really thankful for, because this is a really cool way of doing it. You've learned the skill. You've learned the bless skill, which allows you to bless existing surfaces, clouds, items, and characters. Using it, you can also cleanse cursed status. Understood.
There.
It is Zolstissa who is withdrawn from you, in her own godly guise once more.
Say you will remember this kiss.
No. Find your true love, and forget my kiss. Remember only the blessing I gave you.
Fair enough.
Cherish this purest of pearls I have given you. A droplet of untainted source. and a promise of things to come.
Okay, so I made one mistake
I
there.
blessed the very water beneath your feet. Now you may wield that power for yourself. So take it with you, back to our beautiful world. There, use it to make that world yours.
So you have 1,000 questions first.
Of course you have, but they can wait. What is life without a little mystery? Before I let you go, though, there is one more matter we must touch upon. You are traveling with company, yes?
Confirm you say you've made some unlikely friends.
No, not friends. Rivals.
Yeah, they are the Goldwoken, aren't they?
They are Godwoken too, and may be courted by the lesser six. But you will be a god, none other. Smile at your fellow wanderers, but ready your knife, for its time will come.
So, yes, I'm guessing there are 7 Godwoken, each of them a champion of a different person. What I do like is, if you go to the arena, if you fight as a team, you will then have to fight each other. Like, you don't kill, I assume you don't kill anyone, but it's sort of, you're doing the same thing. It's sort of a foreshadowing, which I think that's really good writing.
Oh, and Losa? Lovely little Losa? Just kill her now, and be done with it.
Yeah, I knew something was sketchy about this lady.
So, now we must part, with fire in your soul and resolve in your mind. We'll meet again, Red Prince. Always will I walk beside you.
The goddess steps back and waves, the warmth of her lips still lingering on yours. Then, sudden light and lightning, and you are gone.
Abound with blessings! Hang on. I better talk to...
Sibyl is pensively tracing a new name on her arm, gilded letters in an ancient alphabet.
Abound with blessings. Wonder what the letters say.
Sibyl. My own name. A little gift from Tirsan Dilius. Leave it to a god to be overly dramatic.
Huh. Did everyone meet the gods then at the same time? Why would you write her own name upon her skin?
Must be a celestial party game. Or maybe he wanted to teach me a lesson. If the latter, he has much to learn.
Yo.
Blessed branches, we've returned. Every second we spent in that hellish place was a second the great acorn drew closer.
I love that he saw the god as well.
Interesting? You thought it was interesting, Quercus? Do you know what's interesting? Watching an entire world be strangled by the roots of doom, seeing the giant races fall like leaves in frost, hearing the screams of... I don't know what you're talking about. I am perfectly calm. Anyway, as interesting as that cold hellscape might have been, it does not solve our problem. We are here to stop the great acorn, not hide from it.
Saving the world is no tall task. How can he help? How can I help?
It's already helping more than it knows, Quercus. The fate of the world depends on our ability to research a spell to protect Rivellon. We need to travel across the land, gathering clues, experimenting with different magics, and come up with a spell to shield Rivellon from its doom. Of course, for us to do that, we must avoid being eaten by the servants of the Great Acorn, and that is where our big, foolhardy shield comes in.
I can do more than just kill Voidwoken for you.
Quercus! Quercus! It thinks it can use magic at our level. I don't know if that's adorable or just sad. No! I am not going to share our magic with it. I don't care how much you like it, Quercus. Very well, I cannot give it magic, but I can teach it how to forge one spell, if it will keep you happy. One!
The squirrel reaches out, touching your foot with a delicate paw, and you feel your mind open. You can see the forces of magic and see how to combine them in a new way.
There, maybe now your pet will have a fighting chance. Yes, yes, you're welcome, but can we please get on and save the world now?
Erratic Wisp spellbook. Lovely. Okay, so these cursed items, what happens if I bless them? Let's save my game first. I've got cursed shoes, don't I? Fine. Let's leave this place. I think we did pretty well. So... talk to Gratiana.
And? Have you found them? Did you bring the soul jars?
Tell her you've been to the vault and recovered the wand.
You have? That's wonderful, of course. But tell me, did you see anything else? Did you find any soul jars?
I did find them, actually. What do you want with them?
They are relics of great power. Please, you must give them to me. If I can make an offering of them to Armadia, it could aid your cause.
Hold on to the soul jars. You'd like some questions you'd like answered first.
Questions? There is no time for questions. Just give me the jars.
Why does this jar have your name on it?
It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me.
I can smile and hold out the jar as soon as she leans in to take it, drop it to the ground. Very well. If she won't cooperate, then neither will you. Put the soul jar in your bag.
No. Stop. Wait.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage.
Stare at her for a moment, then drop the jar. Put the jar back in your backpack, tell her you'll consider it.
Craven wretch. Do your duty, and return the jars to me.
Did you see?
Divine
Gareth's
blessings.
son.
It's good to see Gareth
He
safe
came
and
to take us
sound.
home.
Please, you must return the jar to me. You cannot understand the importance of this.
Observe that she seems very keen to get her hands on these jars.
You don't understand. You couldn't understand. Please, I need it. Please give it to me.
Why is she so impatient? What's she hiding?
Hiding. Impatient.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing...
You dare speak to me of hiding? You dare speak to me of patience? I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage.
I like that they offer you to go, whoop, This is really cheeky. I've got to turn off my browser otherwise so my face won't work.
I have been patient enough. Return to me what is mine. Return my soul, you insolent
Fine. Even though she's being a dick. Hand over the jar. As she puts her mask back on, she looks like she's suffered enough.
She reaches greedily for the jar, tearing the cap off. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh goddess, I can feel your tears upon my face.
What happened to her?
I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Brachus Rex. But more than his lover, I was his partner. I discovered his power to feed on the source of others, and I allowed it to... No, I made it happen.
Stare in horror. She's responsible for the Magster's purging wands.
Not I. They are older than Brachus. Ancient relics from a bygone age. He uncovered them. I merely encouraged him to explore their promise.
Their promise? Demand to know what she's talking about.
These weapons do not kill, but maim in the most horrible way. With them, you can steal the source of your enemies and make it your own.
So that's how Brachus became so powerful, draining the source from his enemies.
Yes, he drained the power of his enemies in battle, and then his political enemies at home, and then the slaves that displeased him.
And now I have that power.
As his strength grew, so too did mine. There is nothing you cannot do when you sit on the lap of a powerful king. And I did it all. But power changes a man, as he changes his nation. Brachus grew paranoid, angry, murderous.
Stand in silence.
I gave him more and more, trying to win him back to me. I offered him the source of whole villages. He devoured them and demanded more. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Now all's poison, and the dead are restless.
Observe that whatever crime she committed in the past, she seems to be making up for them now.
Armadia is merciful in her love.
I'm not sure I truly believe that, but whatever.
I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
Rest a hand on her shoulder and say that you're glad she found her way.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no longer. I threw myself from the cliff at the entrance. I tried to rid the world of my evil. But Brachus would not allow it. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. Even in death, he commanded me.
What do you mean, ponder what the Hall of Echoes was like? You were there a second ago, weren't you? Ask how she escaped.
Only when 2 source hunters ended his curse was I free. Since then, I have returned here and spent centuries trying to heal the pain I've caused. And now...
She drops the now empty soul jar to the ground, smashing it to pieces with her foot.
You have my thanks, brother.
Reach out and squeeze her tight. Thank her for her tale and for trying to live a good life.
She starts to speak, but chokes back a sob instead.
Thank you. I can't... I've never known such kindness. Thank you for everything. May you walk forever in Armadia's grace.
Make the blades sharp and true.
A heart of steel.
Blessed Armadia, grant
Divine
these
blessings.
soldiers your protection.
Necromancer.
I
think
pray
I want
you
that.
will strengthen their spells and set their blades aflame.
Okay, a new helmet.
I pray you will bless their armor, so no curse
Right.
may pass it. I pray you see them safe. I pray this in your name.
Or just looked identical. That's a bit of a shame. Alright, I think I might let you go. I've got an up. Is that 2 levels up? We'll have a look. I want to put... Oh, I still don't get any more civil. Well,
this one might serve, but not for long.
okay, finesse and wits.
I pray you will strengthen their spells
Summoning.
and set their blades aflame.
This may serve.
Didn't she have something she wasn't allowed to use?
This may do some damage before it
Or
breaks.
does she have bless as well? Does everyone have bless?
Make the blades sharp and true.
As you command.
I pray this in your name.
What is blessed? Dual wielding. Okay, I think I'll do the rest on the next episode. I think this is good. Right, I've been John Foxy on the channel, John of the West. I'm just going to check one more thing. How do I know
this
how
one
much?
might serve, but not for long.
Okay, there's one blessed slot, one source, sorry. Yeah, I've been John Foxy on the channel, John of the West. I've been having the Divinity Original Sin Adventure 2, the Unoriginal Sin. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.